Good morning, gang. Happy Wednesday morning. All right. Taking a look at this one, this is kind of interesting because this could really kick us in the teeth. It's no surprise to anyone that the left is adamant about stopping Trump's Make America Great Again policies at any cost, even if you have to suffer greatly, right? I mean, we could take a look at all the radical Democrats who are storming prisons up in New Jersey, trying to release murderers and rapists. We could look at the judges who are demanding and ordering Trump to return a murderer, well, I won't say it, a child trafficker and a serial abuser to the United States. We could look at the judge up in Milwaukee, who, by the way, just got indicted yesterday for her crimes, who are trying to let criminals out on the street. Oh, we could pick anything, congressmen trying to keep the war going in Ukraine, congressmen who want to go to war with Iran. I mean, anything and everything. And ultimately, in one way or another, this all affects us. Then you also get the governors, okay? And those things that I just mentioned, okay, the war in Ukraine, the war in Iran, potential war in Iran, maybe won't affect you directly. The release of illegals hopefully won't affect you directly. This one may. You've all heard the phrase, as goes California, so goes the rest of the country, which basically you could add a couple of words. As California goes in the toilet, so does the rest of the country. Anybody, including me, could make a great argument that Gavin Newsom is probably one of the worst governors in the history of the United States. Everything he touches turns to shit. And this guy has the audacity to think that he's going to be president. Okay. How many times have people said, get out of California, move, leave? The state is dying, if not already dead. It's going to be taken over. I've said many times, give it back to Mexico. Let them have it, okay? Hell, it's predominantly inhabited by Mexicans anyway. The Americans, white, black, Asian, Native American, Hispanic, are leaving California in droves. Why? It's unaffordable. Guess what? There's a good chance it's going to become more unaffordable in California because of another one of Newsom's idiotic things that he's pushing through. For a couple of years, we've heard all the stories on them banning diesel-powered semis, right? That they want to go 100% electric vehicles, right? And the people, of course, are not for that. I mean, the percentage of people in the United States that want EVs is minuscule compared to the ones that want gas. And again, I told you, and I've mentioned this, I think even yesterday, I mentioned my buddy in California who I served with, who told us about the 2-hour drive. Well, it should have been a 2-hour drive. It took him 12 hours in his EV. Okay. Because, they didn't have the infrastructure, the charging stations working to do it. And I mean, again, you're talking about a minuscule amount of EVs on the road. Imagine if everybody had them. No. Well, here's the latest, okay? And I will link not only a news article, but I will link a statement from State Senate Minority Leader Brian Jones' website for you to go take a look at this, all right? California may see $8.50 gas next year. It's about $4.50 now. depending on where you are. Some spots it's $6. Okay. So California, because of Gavin Newsom's brilliant strategies, is going to see somewhere between a 30 and, or potentially going to see somewhere between a 30 and a 70% increase in the price of gas. Yay. Okay. Why? What's causing this? Well, for the most part, he's pretty much forced the LA refinery that Phillips 66 owns and the Benicia refinery that Valero Energy owns to shut down, okay? The Phillips 66 one is going to shut down by the end of the year, and the Benicia one is going to shut down in about 1 year, next spring, next April. This will drastically cut the amount of gasoline available to the people of California, which will raise the price, supply and demand. And I know people are listening to the video going, that doesn't affect me. I don't live in California. Okay. Do you live in Arizona? Do you live in Nevada? Want to guess where your gas comes from? Those refineries. So if you live in Arizona, you live in Nevada, guess what? Your gas prices are going up. And I remember living in Vegas. Mrs. P and I were actually talking about this yesterday. It's kind of funny. This was 2019. Like, it was the beginning of February 2019. And we had flown out here to come look at this house, amongst others. Gas in Nevada at that point was $4.50-ish a gallon. We got out here, got to our hotel, which was just east of Knoxville, and the gas station across the street from the hotel had gas for $1.99. I about fell out of my car seat as I was driving. I'm like, gas is less than half here. I mean, there was one of the big things I'm going, you know what? Moving to Tennessee is going to save me money right there. So that was the thing. But, okay, Nevada's got pretty high gas prices too, and they'll go up. Arizona, I can't speak. Those of you that live in Arizona, you guys know what your gas prices are, but it's been a couple of decades since I've been in Arizona. So it's going to affect those those states. Okay. However, then you get the issue of, okay, I don't live in California, I don't live in Nevada, I don't live in Arizona. Well, what do you think those states are going to have to do? They're going to start importing gas from other refineries. Somewhere, people don't buy EVs. People don't want EVs. EVs don't work well. They don't solve the problem of driving. Running out of electricity on the 10 somewhere, well, you can't just get a gallon of gas and pour it in. You need somebody to bring out a battery charger as you're sitting on the side of the road. So you just block traffic for a while. Okay. Because that wonderful California traffic. So what are they going to do? Well, they're going to start having to get gas from, I don't know, Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Utah. We're going to have to start taking the gas that would be shipped to those states and ship it out to California or Nevada or Arizona. And now your prices are going up. Oops. Do you see how this becomes a problem? The rest of the country is going to have to start subsidizing California because of Gavin Newsom's idiotic ideas and what he forces companies to do. We know companies are leaving California in droves. I mean, there's been stories for years. It's too expensive. It costs me $1 million to buy a house that's 1,300, 1,200 square feet. That's an hour outside of San Francisco. And I need $1 million, that was built in 1960, doesn't have air conditioning, and it's $1 million on a postage stamp lot. Food is ridiculously expensive. Insurance is practically impossible to get anymore. Wildfire after wildfire after wildfire, and insurance companies are leaving California. The people are leaving. If they haven't, they need to. The ones who are actually buying property in California, I look at them and go, what are you doing? It's got great weather. Cool. It does. I'll give you that. Until the Democrats figure out how to F that up too. It's a dying state because of one man. And the rest of us are going to have to somehow pay for it. California gets more federal aid than any other state in the country by a long shot, okay? I mean, nearly twice what Texas gets, and Texas being number 2. Yet we're the 5th largest economy. We just passed Japan. We're the 4th largest economy. No, you're not, okay? You're the only reason you're that high on the list is because all those of us in Tennessee and Arkansas and Indiana and Minnesota are subsidizing you so that you can sell blueberries somewhere, okay? California is the biggest failure of a state in the country. Trump wants Canada. Trump wants Greenland. Hell, let's start making trades. Let's tell Canada, you can have California. Take Washington and Oregon while you're at it, okay? Or at least the sliver along the coast. We'll cut part of the state out so you have the people that think you like your policies, and we'll give you the entire West Coast. Give us Alberta in exchange. We'll be okay. That way the common sense people can come to the United States and the morons can become part of Canada. Everybody will be happy. Start looking at this. And trust me, I'm not saying go buy an EV, protect yourself that way or whatever. But start preparing yourself for this. That, of course, what will happen is gas prices will go up, and Gavin Newsom will be standing there in front of everybody blaming Trump. He promised to bring gas prices down, and look what happened. Until you figure out what's the truth. So goes California, so goes the rest of the country. God help us if we do.